later on in the bracket, but this is going to be between Blue Reverberation and Soul Bad Guy Wonder. This is the last time I will be saying Blue Reverberation because that is a very hard word to pronounce when we are talking as fast as I am.
It looks like Lucas said in the chat that it was because of the green shield before 22C. That's why they got hit.
Oh, right. Okay, I didn't even notice that.
All right, now we got Kuon. This character, you see so many people trying it out from across the board. Defiant, Shaylee, even can do a lot of really solid things really well, especially when you have Hyde here. Very well known for all of his buttons, all his projectiles, and his damage.
But Kuon also is in that same boat, right? An all-rounder, strong in pretty much every category. And look at that anti-air, finding the hit, getting out of that corner.
Yeah. Really? Oh, uses the C wheel, just wanting to set up some nice damage. And look at that one last touch away. Where did Soul Bad Guy Wonder's life go?
Oh, blocks the DP here. Use that laser to keep him away. But that great throw on that shield, and that's going to go for that grid break. However, that is not enough to give Soul Bad Guy the advantage in that round, as Blue Reverberation is taking that first round and already finding the first hit here in the second round of game one.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, a little bit of a drop there. It might be just ascended frame kills. However, tries to be a little fancy with the bait on the Oki, and that gives Soul Bad Guy Wonder just a chance to 2A on Wake Up and send Blue to the corner.
Oh, there's the counter hit, and that's going to be a good amount of damage. We were talking about Hyde's damage and stabilized combo, especially here into the corner, and spending that mirror, getting 4.2k right off the bat. A great backdash to bait out that DP. Hyde with one of the best backdashes in the game, and unfortunately drops the punish at the very end. But that's going to be the final hit here in this round, evening things up in game number one.
Yeah, just need to poke that sword at the toes. No run up for you. And now Blue just has to come out here swinging, and swinging Blue does. Going to spend that meter here, get the full confirm. The wheel was misspaced.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we got the side swap. We're trying to play this spacing game. Does not want to get hit by any of Kuon's big buttons.
And doesn't have to worry. Assault in, get your overhead, block the wake up. I don't know if that was intentionally Wake Up C-Wheel, but if it was, what a good call out from Blue.
Yeah, C-Wheel is great, especially if you expect your opponent to be very patient, right? Because it basically just gives Kuon a free advantage.
And speaking of free advantage here, Hyde with that C projectile. There we go, chain shift, no whip punish for you.
Oh, wow. What a hit. Calling out that mix-up teleport coming out from Blue, and Soul Bad Guy Wonder taking that first game. Blue was looking real good before. Lots of combo drops from both these players, but still looking really good. They have the idea of how to play these matchups, and they know the spacing to get around it.
Yeah, especially on Soul Bad Guy's part. That call out at the end, just knowing. I mean, the combos, they don't matter as much. So when you drop them, if you could just, call your opponent out, if you know what they're going to do ahead of time, just get your reset.
Right here, Blue taking the first hit once again, drawing that first blood, and now Soul stuck here in the corner, trying to mash out, but there's that reland from the teleport.
And yep, there we go. Big full confirm here, spending the 100, just keeping things going. Nice bait. And you use that to full advantage.
And this should definitely kill. Spend that chain shift, doesn't need to spend any extra meter. And now going into this next round here with essentially 200 meter on the table. And I love that aggressive roll in to beat that laser coming out from Blue on round start. That is a very common round.
Was not able to keep the defense going. It had to end at some point. And Soul Bad Guy got a nice confirm off of it.
It is the grid break punish. Wow, what facing once again. These backdashes are insane from Soul Bad Guy.
Yeah, I liked the attempt at just running Soul Bad Guy over as far as you can to the other corners. Just This time that meaty to just not be able to stop backdash. Probably didn't expect that Soul Bad Guy would just wake up with that. Not affecting Blue at all, those keeping this aggression going.
And there it is, the float into the low, a classic Kuon mix, very strong as well, very safe, and this damage is going to basically give Blue a very safe round to win as long as they find that one final hit, and even a trade is enough. However, that was a counter hit to close things off. Blue evening things up 1-1.
Yeah, they did some devious mix. There was empty jump low, and yeah, now I'm going to be behind you. When you're trying to look out for your opponent doing high-low mix on you in the corner, that flip behind you, you're not expecting it.
Yeah, it's definitely the mental stack, but also it basically just avoids the DP as well. And that's exactly what we saw in that situation. There it is, the empty float into the low, just continuously doing work against Soul Bad Guy. I wonder if we can try fuzzing those, maybe play a stronger defense against that, but still very strong. And that's honestly a part of what makes Kuon such an effective character.
Yeah, because, you know, the second your opponent's like, okay, you know the fuzz, you're going to start doing it. Now I can play around. Now we get interesting. But I don't think Blue's going to give a chance, at least not in this round.
Oh, drops the combo at the very end, but it's okay. Picking up with that final throw, taking that round and placing themselves on to set point. And one thing I find really interesting about how Blue is playing is that they are playing this Vorpal cycle very smart, consistently winning these cycles. And what's so crazy about that is because Kuon is a very grid-hungry character, constantly using those force function floats to get around, apply mix, apply neutral pressure, and just constantly being able to win these cycles has been so in Blue's favor.
Yeah, and especially with Blue too, very ready to use C-Wheel at any given opportunity you give them. So making sure they have that chain shift, not only to give more meter, but also with building the grid to get that force function float, like you said. And see, as I was talking about, there's C-Wheel.
In the grid break here. This is going to be very damaging to Soul Bad Guy. The VO on the defense. The goal throw tech staying plus. This is going to be a lot of damage. Has a lot of grid. Has a lot of meter and spending it right there for that corner carry. Wait, I think we can kill right here.
Absolutely.
Oh, what a comeback. 2 combos was all Soul Bad Guy needed. And now we are final game, final round.
Yeah, Blue getting a little bit of a consolation prize that Soul Bad Guy could not change shift there, because that would have been so much meter with that grid already on Blue's side by the end of that.
Getting that knockdown, setting up the ring, and there it is, the empty float into the low. That's going to be it. Blue Reverberation moving on into winners round 2 to try and qualify into top 8, sending Soul Bad Guy down to losers.